Hello, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel, A Year to 60. I'm Cindyn and I'm talking about life lessons that I'm learning on this year to 60, which is 60 is actually looming very, very closely here. It's coming up in October. So last week I talked to you guys about this new workout regime that I've got going, this whole program. It's a weightlifting program that I do 3 days a week. Well, wouldn't you know it, this week I hurt myself as I was doing it. And the thing about getting older is that you find you have these injuries that occur that you don't even know when they happened or how they happened. They just happened. So I can't even tell you what exercise I was doing that hurt myself. All I know is that I think I pulled a muscle in my ribs on the right side. So I'm having trouble stretching and twisting a little bit, and any kind of ab work kind of like really hurts. It just hurts. So here's where my life coaching comes into play. Whenever something like this happens, I dig a little bit deeper, not just like, ow, I hurt myself, and now I'm upset. Why am I upset, or what am I feeling? Because you guys know, if you've been following along, you know I am a firm believer that our thoughts create our feelings drive our actions, and our actions create our results. So there's like a domino approach that you go through with that. So I didn't know what I was thinking about being hurt, but I knew that I was feeling bad. I knew the feeling was not a good one. And I landed upon the term disappointment. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like being disappointed. And I was disappointed that I'd hurt myself. I was disappointed that I couldn't continue working out the way I had planned to work out. I was disappointed that I couldn't do the workout as outlined because of an injury that I didn't want to exacerbate. So I did a life coach deep dive into disappointment. Like, what does that even mean? What does disappointment mean? So disappointment, I looked it up and I saw a couple different contexts of disappointment. One of them, I'm going to check out my notes here. One of them is a feeling of sadness or regret caused by the non-fulfillment of one's hopes or expectations. So I had a lot of expectations of this program, and I didn't recognize that not only was I feeling disappointed, but I had this sense of sadness and regret on top of it, like regret that I'd hurt myself and sadness that I wasn't able to continue doing it the way it's written. And once I understood that, like, wow, I'm like holding this in my heart. This is kind of weighing really, really heavy on me, this idea of disappointment. And from a place of disappointment, my actions, right? Remember, our thoughts create our feelings create our actions. So if I'm feeling disappointed, my action is probably going to be something that's not beneficial to me. If I'm feeling disappointed, I'm going to want to make myself feel better. So I'll probably want to go get a snack, or I'll want to, I don't know, make myself really, really busy doing things that don't matter, right? I'll procrastinate. I'll find something to fill my time that doesn't move the needle. And my results are I'm still going to end up disappointing myself because I haven't met my goal. So then, all right, this is getting deep. Then I took a look at, okay, if I don't want to feel disappointed, what do I want to feel? So kind of like, what's the opposite of disappointment? And with the opposite of disappointment, I landed on pride. I want to feel proud of myself at the end of the day. So how do I go about thinking something that's going to create pride? Because from a place of pride in myself, I am going to have actions, right? Thinking, feeling, doing, right? So if I'm feeling pride, my action is going to be more like figuring this out, right? So I decided, okay, if I'm going to feel proud about myself, what do I need to do? What I needed to do was continue my exercise program as best I could. So I'm really proud of myself that at the end of this week, with an injury, I have completed 3 weight training workouts as best I could. Now, I wasn't able to lift as heavily as I wanted. There were a couple exercises that I just couldn't do at all, so I had to modify them. So the exercises aren't exactly how they were set up, but I still completed an exercise that was very similar to what was initially set up in this program. And because I did feel pride in all of that, I was able to complete those workouts. And the result was I was able to complete 3 workouts, right? I was able to do what I set out to do. So I know that's kind of, it's kind of weird. It's kind of, like we're looking at this from a different standpoint, but that's what life coaching does. It takes it to what is it that's really meaningful to me right now, and what is it that's keeping me from reaching my goals. I was able to identify that this week, and I was really, really proud of that. So I know I've been stumbling over my words a lot today, but I wanted to get this information out to you. My weight this week, interestingly enough, stayed exactly the same. So 239.6, exactly the same as last week. But I think that's a good thing because I know I've got a lot of inflammation. I'm probably holding a lot of water. And I don't know, I just feel really good about that because I know I have worked these muscles this week. So I don't care what the scale says this week. It'll say something different next week. But anyway, that's my story for this week. I hope that was helpful to you so that when you wake up and you have some kind of a feeling that you're experiencing and you just don't know, like your world's coming crashing down on you, identify what that feeling is and just know that that feeling is going to drive your actions for the day. But if you can turn it around and you can think of things and feel things that you want to feel, it makes life a lot better. All right. Thanks for listening, you guys. This was a lot this week. All right. Talk to you soon. I'll see you next week. Bye.